NFL fans, welcome back to a brand new episode of the J All Day Sports Show. Today, we're going to go over my picks in under 10 minutes for the Week 11 slate. I'm a little behind this week. As you can tell, I'm battling a cold pretty bad right now, but I'm here for you guys to provide some value. We're 23-6 over the last 2 weeks, 10-4 last week. That's why you got to subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm putting out the best picks on YouTube. Let's get into Week 11 for the NFL. Bear with me a little bit this week, guys. I'm fighting this cold, but I'm Rocky style. I'm going to knock it down. All right, we have 4 teams on the byes this week. New York Giants, Cardinals, Tampa Bay, and Carolina. A lot of teams that need the byes because they're not so good. Arizona had a big win last week that we predicted to beat the Jets by blowout. I love that stuff. All right, let's kick off this slate. Washington Commanders at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Commanders showed some vulnerabilities last week. They really did. Jaden Daniels got blitzed a lot, and he didn't have a lot of success versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Eagles, on the other hand, blew out the Cowboys. The Cowboys are terrible. Cooper Rush played horrible. He got benched for Trey Lance. The defense wasn't very good. Ugh, yikes. Cowboys fans, sorry, we'll see you next year, Cowboys fans. Maybe you'll be 8-9 again or something like that. All right, I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles at home. The defense has been playing really good, and I think this offense puts up a lot of points versus this Commanders defense that's just so-so. The Commanders offense didn't look so good last week. I'm expecting rookie Quinyon Mitchell to take on Terry McLaurin. It's going to be a lot of fun. Zach Ertz comes back to the link for the first time. Should be a lot of fun. I'm taking the Eagles in this spot at home. All right, next we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Titans, right? The Minnesota Vikings somehow didn't score 1 touchdown versus Jacksonville last week, which was a little weird. The defense played good. Cashman came back. They only allowed 7 points. I think it's going to be something similar to that. I like the Vikings in this spot to get right. Sam Darnold threw 3 picks. He didn't look great last week, but I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings on the road to get the W. The Titans are horrible. They're going to be picking in the top 5, if not the top 3. Minnesota Vikings on the road get the W. We got a great game here, guys. Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears division rivalry game. It's not really a rivalry because Chicago sucks. They fired offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. I thought Eberflus probably should have got fired too, but we'll see where that plays out over the next couple weeks. Green Bay's coming off a bye, right? So it's not an easy spot for the Bears, who let Caleb Williams get sacked 9 times last week. The Packers win this, and I think they cover the spread. The Packers are going to dominate from whistle to whistle. The Bears just don't got it, man. Everyone's rolling their eyes at Caleb Williams and this offense. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, they don't like playing with Caleb Williams. Looks like they might have missed on a quarterback again. It's a little too early to tell, because the offensive coordinator obviously has been struggling. The head coach is terrible. So we'll see if they get a better coach and if they could be better. Ugh, yikes. Green Bay Packers all day, guys. Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be an incredible game. Incredible game, guys. Remember, Baltimore's coming off a mini bye. And then Pittsburgh Steelers pass rusher Highsmith is out for this game. That's a huge deal, right? Lamar Jackson and the offense is humming. And the Steelers' offense isn't high-powered enough, I don't think, to take fully advantage of this poor Ravens defense. So I'm taking the Ravens on the road to get a W and solidify themselves in their division. I like the Ravens in this spot. Jaguars at the Lions. What a huge spread. 13 points. OMG. The Lions somehow won last week. Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions. Stroud threw 2. 7 in the game. How on earth the Texans lose that game after Goff throws 5 picks, I'll never know. The Jaguars' offense is horrible. We'll see if Trevor Lawrence is going to come back, because Mac Jones is a dumpster fire. He sucks. I think he threw 2 picks in that game. He's horrible. They had 1 good drive in the beginning of the game. I think it was the first or second drive. Scored a touchdown. Didn't score at all the rest of the game. I like the Detroit Lions to blow them out. And I don't know, that line looks big, but it's probably not going to be that big. Probably going to win by double digits for sure. I like the Lions at home. Jared Goff plays way better at home, obviously, throwing those 5 picks last week on the road. Colts at the Jets. Guys, the Jets are trash. They just are. They're bad. They can't stop the run at all. They struggle with Arizona on the ground game. I'm going with the Colts to win this game. I just think they have a better cohesive team at the moment. The Jets just stink. Aaron Rodgers, his pass attempts averaged 4.3 yards. they ran 4.6 yards. Like, they're better off just running the ball every single play rather than letting Aaron Rodgers throw the ball. That's how bad he is. He's the dink and dunk king. They stink. I'm going with the Colts on the road. Another 1 o'clock game. We got the Rams at the Patriots. I like the Rams in this spot. Patriots had a nice dub last week over the Bears, but the Rams offense is just too good. They didn't look great this past week. I don't know what the heck was going on. The offensive line looked terrible. They had some moving parts around and didn't play out well for them, that's for sure. So they might have to move some pieces back. But I like Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua to get right this week and beat a lowly Patriots team. Raiders, Dolphins. The Dolphins actually looked really good last week. Checking my notes, see if I have anything about this week. Yeah, Miami's on a short week, and the Raiders are coming off a bye, but I don't really think that matters. Tua is looking more and more comfortable in this offense week after week. They had a big win over a good Rams team last week. I like the Dolphins in this spot. Next up, Cleveland Browns at the Saints. I'm taking the Saints. Their new head coach is a crazy maniac, but they snapped the 7-game losing streak, guys. They snapped it. He looked like he's got some juice. Darren Rizzi is a psycho, but he looks like the team's rallying around him a little bit, right? They snapped the skid. Derek Carr looked okay. The Browns are the Browns. Jameis Winston's probably going to throw 100 interceptions. I like the Saints in this spot. Let's move on to the afternoon slate, everyone. Seahawks, 49ers. This game's going to be as even as it gets. I think Metcalf is going to come back and be ready for this game. We'll have to see. The San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy threw for like 340 last week, but they just don't have the same juice. McCaffrey looked, not 100% for sure. Caught some passes out of the backfield, but not a lot. I'm going to take the 49ers barely. I'm going back and forth on this game. We'll see later on my Friday picks who I'm going to go with ultimately, but I like the 49ers for now. Even though Seattle's coming off a bye, it's going to be a close game for sure. But Seattle playing San Francisco in San Francisco, I'm going with the 49ers. Second week that McCaffrey's back, I like that. Falcons at the Broncos. The Falcons looked terrible last week. Their kicker, Koo, missed 3 field goals. They ended up losing. I'm going with the Broncos in the spot at home. It's going to be a little colder there. The game's going to be in like the high 40s. Kirk Cousins on the road outside. I'm going with the Broncos in this spot. Chiefs at the Bills. Guys, I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. The Kansas City Chiefs' luck runs out this week. Last week, they should have lost that game. They blocked the field goal. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes made a deal with the man upstairs, but they just keep winning games by the skin of their teeth. I don't know how. Blocking kicks with no time left from like 30 yards out. Crazy. But I like Josh Allen and the Bills to win this game. But we got to check the injury report. We got to see if Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman are going to be back this week. It's a big game, so I'm looking for them to be back. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. Bengals, Chargers. This game's going to be really, really fun. You know what, guys? I'm picking another underdog here. I'm going with the Bengals over the Chargers. The Bengals offense is humming right now. So the Chargers got to play perfect football, and I don't know if that Chargers offense can keep up with this Bengals offense. The Chargers got a good defense, but it's not a great defense. And man, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have been lighting it up. I like the Bengals on the road. Texans, Cowboys. I'm going with the Texans because the Cowboys are a dumpster fire. It's complete dysfunction. How McCarthy still has a job, I don't really know. Micah Parsons talking out of pocket about Mike McCarthy. It's just a very, very weird situation there. It doesn't seem like anyone that's wearing a Cowboys uniform actually wants to play for the Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is probably the worst GM in the NFL. The Texans don't look great right now, guys. They're not the Texans from last year. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm going to take the Texans. 7.5 points is a lot, though. But I like the Texans. C.J. Stroud hopefully can right the ship. He hasn't looked great this year. The offensive lines look pretty cheeks. But I'm still going to take the Texans, guys. All right. I'm done this video, guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I'm battling this cold. I'm struggling. I don't know if it's COVID or what, but thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you're interested in getting early access to my content, you just want to support me and the channel, or you want to get my bets every single Friday, make sure you check out my memberships. I have a 99-cent tier just to support the channel, and for $4.99 a month, you get early access to all my videos, a bunch of exclusive member content like my bets each and every Friday. Make sure you take the time, check it out. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.